one request. Councillor Ullman is listed here on 4 of the committees. I would suggest that the new councillor be replacing Councillor Ullman for those positions. And Councillor Bonsteel, you had a request to be taken off the bi-municipal?
No, what I was going to suggest is that because the deputies work so hard on that, and I think we're almost in just getting ready for the shovel at this stage, that I think we go to alternate status, but I don't know whether it's fair to a brand new councillor. I know it's taken some of us a while to get on the official planning committee. And because of the controversy around zones 3 and 4 and the septic systems, I've asked to be on that as well as the kettle point.
The official plan committee, I think the official plan is, the committee has worked on it, and the committee has really, I don't know whether it's, I think it's ready to come back to council. I don't think that committee will be continuing on, as it needs to come to council and then go through the public process. And I would hope that we can move the official plan forward sometime this year, but it will be coming back to council.
I was just going to second that appointment of Councillor Bonsteel for those 2 committees.
That he would move to alternate on the bi-municipal, and you would be on the bi-municipal committee. And that,
he'd be on the official plan, if he was placing the official plan in Kettle Point. Kettle and Storing Point First Nations can be as well.
The new councillor wouldn't be on the Kettle Point or the official plan, so you
Ken can make the decisions on the fire board and of course BIA.
Right. Yeah. What committee
He's
would
already
you like
on
to
the
be on,
BIA.
Ken?
He's already on.
I'm already on the BIA, so I'd be more than happy to take that position.
Stay on as a council rep on that.
My intent was to make myself available for whatever committees Ruth had been serving on, but if we want changes to that, I certainly have no objection. I'm quite happy to serve wherever council sees fit.
Just the Kettle and Stony Point is the one that Councillor Bonsteel would like to be on.
Councilman Craig, that's a good idea. Maybe having a southern guy on that would help.
You really don't want to be part of it anymore?
No, I don't, I just think the deputy's done such a great job, I don't need to be on it full time, but I think the grunt work is done, it's just a matter of.
Councillor Underwood.
Yeah, I need to ask if you would consider, is it important that the geographical location of our wards be impacting on decisions for the Cattle Point situation? I understand what you're saying, but is it?
If that was the case, I don't know, familiarity with Ken and the area down there and the people of that area.
Oh, I am somewhat familiar with Kettle Point, and I certainly wouldn't have a problem with replacing Ruth on that committee. But if Doug has more experience, more expertise in there, that would be certainly the route to take.
I will leave it up to council whether how they want to.
I understand that Doug has had some very valuable interactions with international, various other different ethnic groups and things like that, and I think that you're First Nations specifically as well, which I think puts him in good stead. I'm sure that you would do an excellent job too, Ken. Very, very personable and very sensitive to the various issues at stake. You know,
My thoughts were when we set up the committees, we did it for 2 years, and if there was conflict, somebody really didn't want to be where they were, so we would make some adjustments. conflicting times or schedules, and these were set up basically with the geographical areas being taken into consideration. And I think that's council's wish.
Just to speak, if I can,
No?
We've always been told we're a municipal council, and I think that's one of the things that we need to look at, and start looking at global things. I understand geographic areas, that it makes sense to put councilors on, but I think this is part of the challenge of this council that I think we've successfully addressed, is that being empathetic with others from different areas. I'm learning a lot about Forest. You're certainly learning a lot about Grand Bend just by coming to these meetings. So, I think it's helpful, and I don't think that we should be getting into territoriality as much as expertise level when it comes to some of these situations. So that's why, in terms of the official plan, I can see some rough spots with that zone 3 and 4 issue, and that's why I thought I could contribute to that. And the kettle point, and I don't mind, you know, I mean, I was going more for expertise level in terms of rather than the territoriality. That's exactly it.
Councilor Cook?
Just to speak to that issue with the Kettle Point, obviously the CAO was the main driver of that. I don't believe Janet's going to be involved with that. You have to wait for the CAO to come in and do that. And I don't even think there's going to be any, until we have a permanent CAO position filled, that'll be moving forward anyway. So I don't have an issue with Councilor Bonus to filling that position, because I don't think it's going to happen in the next short while, you know, based on what we've seen in the past.
Okay.
6 months.
And I guess the official plan committee, we haven't, to me, that Dave and Mr. McGuire and the deputy mayor are both on that official plan committee. I think our work is done there. I don't know whether there will be any new meetings with that or a new direction. It'll be coming to council. Councilor Russell?
Yeah, well, if we cast our brains back to a year ago, or a month, 13 months ago, the chair of the committee, which was Ruth, or Councilor Elman at the time, she reported to us that she didn't think it was worth having any more meetings of the OP committee because the draft should be and this is what she told us, should be coming in front of council so council could make some decisions on the draft. That was her last report to us.
Yeah.
And she wasn't having any more meetings of the committee. But as we all well know, the draft never arrived in front of us. So that's where it sits. So I don't, to answer your question, Mr. Mayor, I don't know. Obviously, they weren't going to have any more meetings, right? That's what we heard from the chair.
That was the direction from the committee that it was time that it came to council.
You're the best committee to sit on.
That's a good
The ones that
sit
are
on.
meeting.
That's a good committee.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion, I guess, to
All right.
Councilor Russell.
I'll make the motion to appoint or whatever with the changes to.
Those changes that Ken was
Ken
going on, where
goes
Ruth
on
come off.
to Ruth and
Councilor Bonstein is the alternate on
whatever it was.
the bi-municipal.
Changes with Ken.
Change the camera.
Ken on this deal. Yeah.
Ken's going to be the alternate.
Yeah, then you can,
Okay?
You can speak to it.
Then you can learn about that issue.
that's good.
Okay?
And you're putting that down at KSP then? Are we doing the official plan too?
I'm just saying, just fill the
Yes.
seat in so it's there, sure, because I think we are gonna have issues with zone 3 and 4 when it comes to that.
Well, why don't Ken sit on that too? Why can't we put them both on?
Councilor Russell, I think this was your motion. Where do you want to go?
I thought it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, but maybe it's changing as, my motion was KES, the Kettle Point, Joint Point
Yep.
would be Doug, and then the official plan would be Doug, and then Ken would end up doing all the rest, and we would end up on the bi-municipal as the alternative, and Elizabeth would replace Doug as a full-time member on that committee. That's what I thought we've kind of been talking around.
Second by Councilor Scott. We'll have the bylaw ready after the break. Okay? All in favor of that? Carried. Yep. Oh, it's 7:30 right on. could whip through the county smoke-free bylaw.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
wanna do those?
It's,